Hey, everyone, welcome to my channel, where I review the latest Marvel shows and movies. Today, I'm going to talk about Echo, the new series that just dropped on Disney Plus and Hulu. This is a spoiler review, so if you haven't watched the show yet, you might want to stop this video and come back later. You have been warned. Echo is a 5-episode miniseries that focuses on Maya Lopez, also known as Echo, a character that was introduced in Hawkeye as a ruthless enforcer for Kingpin. In this show, we learn more about her backstory, her family, and her connection to the Native American community. We also see her face off against Kingpin again, as well as Daredevil, who makes a surprise appearance in the first episode. The show starts with a flashback to Maya's childhood, where we see her lose her father to Kingpin's hitman, who turns out to be her uncle. She also meets Daredevil, who saves her from being killed by the same hitman. Daredevil tells her that she has a gift, the ability to copy any skill or movement that she sees. He also warns her not to trust Kingpin, who has been grooming her to be his weapon. The show then jumps to the present, where Maya has just shot Kingpin in the head at the end of Hawkeye. She escapes from New York and returns to her hometown in Oklahoma, where she reconnects with her mother, her brother, and her childhood friend, who is now a skateboarding activist. She also meets a mysterious stranger, who claims to be her cousin and offers to help her take down Kingpin's empire. However, things are not as simple as they seem. Maya soon realizes that Kingpin is still alive, and he is not happy with her betrayal. He sends his goons to hunt her down and kill her. He also reveals that he knows her secret, that she is the daughter of Daredevil, who had a brief affair with her mother years ago. This shocks Maya, who feels betrayed by both of her fathers. Meanwhile, Daredevil also shows up in Oklahoma, looking for Maya. He wants to protect her from Kingpin and help her find her true path. He also wants to reconnect with her mother, who he still loves. However, Maya is not ready to forgive him or trust him. She feels that he abandoned her and lied to her. She also blames him for her father's death. In the second episode, we see Maya's life in Oklahoma, where she tries to balance her criminal activities with her personal relationships. She reconnects with her mother, who runs a diner and a motel, and her brother, who is a mechanic and a hacker. She also meets her old friend, Scully, who is a skateboarder and an activist for the Native American rights. Scully invites Maya to join him and his crew in a protest against a pipeline project that threatens their land and water. However, Maya has other plans. She wants to take down Kingpin's operations in Oklahoma, which are run by a corrupt sheriff named Roach. She teams up with a mysterious man, who claims to be her cousin, and who has a grudge against Kingpin. Together, they infiltrate Roach's office and steal his files, which contain information about Kingpin's assets and contacts. They also plant a bomb in his car, which explodes as he tries to escape. Meanwhile, Daredevil arrives in Oklahoma, looking for Maya. He follows her trail and ends up at the motel, where he meets her mother. He tries to explain his side of the story, and how he wants to help Maya. He also reveals that he is Maya's biological father, and that he still loves her mother. However, Maya's mother is not interested in hearing him out. She tells him to leave and never come back. The episode ends with a cliffhanger, as Maya and her cousin are ambushed by Kingpin's men, who have tracked them down. They are surrounded by guns and bullets, and it seems like they have no way out. The third episode of Echo is titled Tuklo, which means two in Choctaw. It refers to the two sides of Maya's identity, as well as the two forces that are after her, Kingpin and Daredevil. The episode begins with a flashback to Maya's first encounter with Daredevil, when he saved her from being killed by her uncle, who was Kingpin's hitman. Daredevil told her that she had a gift, the ability to copy any skill or movement that she sees. He also warned her not to trust Kingpin, who had been grooming her to be his weapon. The episode then resumes from the cliffhanger of the previous episode, where Maya and her cousin are ambushed by Kingpin's men, who have tracked them down. They manage to fight their way out, but not without casualties. Maya's cousin is shot in the leg, and they have to seek refuge in a nearby motel. Meanwhile, Daredevil also arrives at the scene, and follows the trail of blood and bullets. He finds the motel where Maya and her cousin are hiding, and knocks on the door. Maya recognizes his voice, and opens the door. She is shocked to see him, and asks him why he is here. Daredevil tells her that he is here to help her, and that he knows the truth about her parentage. He reveals that he is her biological father, and that he had a brief affair with her mother years ago. Maya is stunned by this revelation, and feels betrayed by both of her fathers. She accuses Daredevil of abandoning her and lying to her. She also blames him for her father's death. Daredevil tries to explain his side of the story, and how he wants to protect her from Kingpin and help her find her true path. He also tells her that he still loves her mother, and that he wants to reconnect with her. However, Maya is not ready to forgive him or trust him. She feels that he is only using her for his own agenda, and that he doesn't care about her or her people. She tells him to leave and never come back. She also tells him that she doesn't need his help, and that she can handle Kingpin on her own. The episode ends with another cliffhanger, as Kingpin calls Maya on her phone, and tells her that he has taken her mother and brother hostage. He tells her that he is disappointed in her, and that he wants her to come back to him. He also tells her that he has a surprise for her, and that he will show her who he really is. He then hangs up, leaving Maya in a state of panic and fear. The fourth episode of Echo is titled Taloa, which means voice in Choctaw. It refers to the voice of Maya's ancestors, as well as the voice of Kingpin, who tries to manipulate her. The episode begins with a flashback to Maya's childhood, where she witnesses Kingpin beating up a vendor who mocked her for being deaf. She also sees him kill her uncle, who was his hitman. Kingpin tells her that he loves her like a daughter, and that he wants her to be his heir. The episode then resumes from the cliffhanger of the previous episode, where Kingpin calls Maya and tells her that he has kidnapped her mother and brother. He tells her that he has a surprise for her, and that he will show her who he really is. He also tells her to wear a special contact lens, which allows him to communicate with her in sign language. Maya agrees to meet Kingpin at a Roxxon gas station, where he has a private jet waiting for him. She also contacts Daredevil, and tells him to meet her there. She plans to use Daredevil as a distraction, while she rescues her family. However, things go wrong when Kingpin reveals his surprise. He has hired Bullseye, a deadly assassin who can turn anything into a weapon, to kill Maya and Daredevil. Bullseye attacks them with knives, darts, and coins, and injures them both. Maya manages to shoot him in the eye, but he escapes. Meanwhile, Kingpin tries to escape with Maya's family, but Maya catches up with him. She confronts him, and tells him that she knows the truth about her parentage. She tells him that Daredevil is her biological father, and that Kingpin lied to her. She also tells him that she hates him, and that she will never join him. Kingpin is enraged by this, and tells her that he doesn't care about her or her family. He tells her that he only used her as a pawn, and that he has no love for anyone. He then reveals his true face, a scarred and deformed visage, caused by the gunshot wound that Maya inflicted on him. He tells her that he is the Kingpin, and that he rules everything. The episode ends with a final showdown between Maya and Kingpin, where they fight with their fists and their hammers. Maya uses her Echo ability to copy Kingpin's moves, and gains the upper hand. She then smashes his head with his own hammer, and leaves him for dead. She then reunites with her family, and hugs them. She also reconciles with Daredevil, and thanks him for his help. She tells him that she wants to know more about him and her mother, and that she is willing to give him a chance. Daredevil tells her that he is proud of her, and that he loves her. The episode ends with a post-credits scene, where we see Bullseye, who has survived the gunshot wound. He has a metal plate implanted in his eye, and a sinister smile on his face. He says that he has a new target, Echo. The fifth episode of Echo is titled Maya, which means Echo in Choctaw. It refers to Maya's ability to echo the skills and movements of others, as well as her journey to find her own voice and identity. The episode begins with a flashback to Maya's training with Kingpin, who taught her how to use her echo ability to become a master fighter and assassin. He also told her that he was proud of her, and that she was his daughter. The episode then resumes from the cliffhanger of the previous episode, where Maya and her family share a cookout together, celebrating their victory over Kingpin. Maya seems to have found peace and happiness in her life, and she thanks her mother, her brother, and her friend for their support and love. However, her happiness is short-lived, as she receives a phone call from Daredevil, who warns her that Kingpin is still alive, and that he has a new enemy, Bullseye. Daredevil tells her that Bullseye is a dangerous assassin who can turn anything into a weapon, and that he has a personal vendetta against Maya. He also tells her that Bullseye has a new target, Echo. Maya is shocked and scared by this news, and she asks Daredevil what she should do. Daredevil tells her that she has two options: she can either run and hide, or she can face Bullseye and end his threat once and for all. He also tells her that he will support her, whatever she decides. Maya thinks about her options, and she decides to face Bullseye. She tells Daredevil that she is not afraid of him, and that she will not let him hurt her or her family. She also tells him that she is Echo, and that she will make her own destiny. The episode ends with a final showdown between Maya and Bullseye, where they fight with their weapons of choice, Maya's hammer and Bullseye's coins. Maya uses her Echo ability to copy Bullseye's moves, and dodges his attacks. She also uses her environment to her advantage, and throws objects at him. Bullseye tries to hit her with his coins, but Maya deflects them with her hammer. She then closes the distance, and strikes him with her hammer, knocking him out. She then stands over him, and prepares to finish him off. However, she remembers her mother's words, that killing is not the answer, and that she should choose love over hate. She also remembers Daredevil's words, that she has a gift, and that she should use it for good. She decides to spare Bullseye, and leaves him for the authorities. She then calls Daredevil, and tells him that she has defeated Bullseye, and that she has made her choice. She tells him that she wants to use her Echo ability to help people, and that she wants to be a hero. She also tells him that she wants to learn more about him and her father, and that she wants to be a part of their family. Daredevil tells her that he is happy for her, and that he loves her. The episode ends with a post-credits scene, where we see Maya in her new red suit, riding her motorcycle. She has a smile on her face, and a fire in her eyes. She is Echo, and she is ready for a new adventure. And that's all for today's video. This is Team GTR signing off.